For the first time since 1870, which is 152 years ago, a Republican candidate has won a district in southern Texas. Hello, welcome to the Morning Star Journal News. I am Matthew Detweiler with
Daniel Emanuel
to report to you this week's top news article. The tide is turning in Texas in politics. On Tuesday, in a special election for an open seat in the congressional House, Mayra Flores made history as the first Mexican-born congresswoman, and she's the first Republican to win in the heavily Hispanic district since it was created a decade ago. This district actually has 85% Hispanic population. Flores, after her win, she said, quote, "The Democrat Party has been in control here in South Texas for over 100 years and feel entitled to our vote. They feel they don't have to do anything to earn our vote, and we sent a strong message to Washington. And we sent a strong message to the Democrat Party that you have to get to work. If not, you're going to get voted out." She said that on Fox News. So she stands for God, family, and her community. She's all about hard work. She edged out Democrat Dan Sanchez by nearly 8 points. And the spot that she filled was by a Democrat representative, Philemon Vila, who resigned in March to take a job with a lobbying firm, I guess. But this is pretty big. I don't think anybody was really expecting this. The Democrats were really kind of taken by surprise. They didn't spend much money or effort into this race because they thought, they would win. But I think also they don't view this as much because afterwards they were saying something about, it's no big deal. This is just a small election, but, coming November, we're going to win that one.
Yeah, but the fact is that I think this shows a trend of the Hispanic community, and this has been news for over a year and more. Because in 2012, Obama won 61-39 to Romney, this same district, and Clinton won 60-38 to Trump on 2016. But then 2020, Biden only won 52-48 to Trump. So it was just a 4-point margin of difference. And that shows you that the trend has been going on for over the period of years, right? Like the Hispanic community has been waking up that they are actually Republican leaning.
Which is very interesting because I heard a lot of people on leaders say that anybody that wants a closed border and legal process of immigration are racist, are white supremacists and stuff like that. But here's a Mexican-born legal immigrant saying, we want closed borders. She's all for legal immigration, not illegal immigration.
And she's a Border Patrol's wife.
Border Patrol agent's wife. Yeah, I read that too.
Agent's wife.
Which is very interesting.
But the point is that, I'm Hispanic, right? So I can tell you with certainty some stuff about Hispanic people.
Tell me.
Well, Hispanic that come from communist and socialist country, they come running out of those countries, like Venezuela, where I come from, or Cuba, for example.
That's a big one.
Or even dictatorial regimes from Latin America. They know what that is about. And when they see socialism creeping in through the Democratic Party, they hate that. We hate that because we have lived. When we see the stuff about free housing, free healthcare, well, you can deceive Americans who have not lived through that, but we have been through that by our own skin. And
so you basically see a lot of policies that happened in your own country that led to what they are now, which is complete poverty and chaos.
Yep. And then Hispanics also, we have ingrained in our culture family, God, and community as part of our core values. Like all the movies you can see from a Hispanic perspective, they are family-oriented movie. And I'm not talking about families with 2 moms and 2 kids. No. 2 moms or 2 dads. No, I'm talking about families, like traditional. Mom, dad, grandma, kids. You know what I'm saying? Like right. Traditional structure family. We respect and value that a lot. And we are a God-fearing. When you see all the Latin American countries, they were colonized by Spain, and it's a Catholic culture. So there's a God-fearing aspect to the Hispanic community. And also, we know the border crisis, what that means, what that really means, because we know all the drugs and cartels that operate in Latin America, and we understand that an open border policy could destroy the U.S. Mm-hmm. And Hispanics, we didn't come here because we came here because we love the U.S.
To get away from that.
Exactly.
And so now the Hispanics are saying that the policies that the Democrat Party has is making this country exactly like the place that they ran away from and that they took their family from.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct. And finally, at least I can say personally that I hate with all my guts the term Latinx. I just hate it. I cannot stand that term. And that's, for those of you who don't know it, that's a term the Democratic, liberal, progressive aisle is using to refer to Latin American and Hispanic-speaking communities. Latinx, which,
why do you hate it?
I don't feel identified by that whatsoever. I feel it's just their game of playing identity politics, and I just hate that. I hate it. I don't think any Latin Americans or Hispanic speaking is gonna feel offended if you call them Hispanic or Latin American.
Are you? So you're not offended if I call you Mexican or Hispanic or Latin American?
I don't care, but Latinx I just hate.
You hate that more than you Mexican.
I hate that. Way more.
There you have it, straight from the mouth of a Mexican. Daniel Emanuel. Well, you're actually not Mexican, you're a Venezuelan.
Yeah,
so that's the wrong terms, technically.
So, like Ronald Reagan said, and this is something Mayra Flores also said, Latinos are Republican, they just don't know it yet. But I think they are figuring out.
Wow. Well, I guess we're going to see what the landscape throughout America looks like, especially this coming November, but I think it's going to look drastically different. Even through Trump's campaigns, we saw a lot of Hispanic votes going towards Trump. He really changed that. And African Americans and Black Americans as well, going towards the conservative and the Republican Party because they stand for good American values. It comes down to values, and the Democrat Party is kind of betraying them. I think a lot of them are seeing like you're not representing who we are and what we stand for. So this is definitely a big win if you are a Republican in America, and we'll see what happens going forward. Thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for watching. We will see you next time.